we know that, say, 3 squared means 3 times 3 and gives us 9. A square root is kind of the opposite operation from squaring. If 3 squared is 9, then the square root of 9 undoes that squaring process. The square root of 9 is 3. A square root asks the question, what number do I multiply times itself to get 9? And I'm going to read this. The square root, boy, I wish I could spell. That's supposed to be a U, I guess. Does that make square? Yeah, okay. The square root of 9 is 3, and it means that I had to multiply 3 times itself to get 9. And we can do this with whatever number we want. If I say what's the square root of 100, we're asking what number times itself gives us 100. 10 times 10 is 100, so the square root of 100 is 10. If I want to know, like, the square root of 625, maybe you know that one off the top of your head. Maybe you don't. Scientific calculators will do this. So I'm going to say the square root, notice we have a squared button. The squared root is sort of written up above there, but it's not on the button, so that's a sign we need to use the second function. I'm going to go second, and there's the square root of 625. I'll hit equals. The square root of 625 is 25, because when I multiply 25 times 25, I get 625. Not all numbers have a nice whole number square root. If I want to do, say, the square root of 10, I know 3 times 3 is 9. I know 4 times 4 is 16. Whatever is the square root of 10, that's not a whole number. Let's find out. I'm going to do the square root of 10, enter, not a whole number. We knew it wasn't going to be a whole number. The square root of 10 is actually irrational. The calculator shows as many decimal places as it can, but these will go on literally forever if we keep trying to calculate the square root of 10. I don't want to write down decimal places for the rest of my life, so I'm going to round to 4 decimal places. This is 3.16227. I want 4 decimal places, so I'm going to look at that 5th place. That's a 7, which is more than 5, so I'm going to round up. Is 3.162, and then round that last one up to 3.